The 2024 World Championship had its first back-to-back events of the season, with Barcelona and Mugello serving up two brilliant races that saw title twists, redemption and blockbuster on-track action, giving us our fill of MotoGP. Amid the drama, you may not have caught all of the action, so these are your other battles from the Catalan and Italian Grand Prix. Starting in Catalonia, Pecco Bagnaia bounced back from Saturday heartache to banish his Barcelona demons and take victory ahead of Jorge Martin, while Marc Marquez denied Aleix Espargaro a fairy tale farewell podium. Fabio Di Giannantonio was the next rider over the line as he claimed his best result of the year. The VR46 rider had to recover from a poor start that saw him drop out of the top 10, but once he steadied the ship, he managed to pick off Enea Bastianini on lap 15. The factory Ducati rider did manage to fight back shortly after, but Di Giannantonio went past again and could set his sights on Alex Marquez, who he passed with 3 laps remaining. That pushed the number 49 into the top 6, but he wasn't quite done yet, getting by Raul Fernandez at turn 10 on the final lap to record a season best finish. It proved an eventful afternoon in Barcelona for Enea Bastianini. The Italian ran inside the top 10 after falling behind Franco Morbidelli and Marc Marquez early on, before a clash with Alex Marquez saw him lose another position and run wide. He was adjudged to have gained an advantage and was handed a long lap penalty, something which he did not agree with and chose not to complete, and led to further penalties. Bastianini chose to ignore them and continued to run inside the top 10. He attempted a move past Alex Marquez again at turn 1, but once again found himself running wide, which allowed Fabio Di Giannantonio to profit on lap 15. Though he did get back ahead of the number 49 2 laps later, but he couldn't hold on to it as he slipped into a battle with Miguel Oliveira, Fabio Quartararo, Maverick Viñales and Marco Bezzecchi. The Beast managed to push himself to the front of that group to take the checkered flag just behind Brad Binder in P9, but he was penalised with a 32-second penalty post-race, which demoted him to P18. Having fought for the win, Pedro Acosta produced a decent Sunday salvage job as he crashed out of victory contention while in pursuit of Jorge Martin. The rookie remounted in 20th and began his charge towards the points. He went past both Alex Rins and Joan Mir on lap 19 before overtaking Taka Nakagami to secure a P13 finish. One week later, and Italian fans turned up in their droves in support of their home heroes. They didn't leave disappointed either, as Bagnaia made it 3 consecutive wins in Mugello, while Bastianini's late show made it a factory Ducati 1-2 on the podium. There was also more joy for another Italian star as Franco Morbidelli marched his way towards a best finish of the year with 6th place. The Pramac rider battled Maverick Viñales early on, and on the 3rd lap, as Bastianini and Marquez battled for 3rd, Morbidelli struck for 6th in the background, a position he didn't relinquish despite some intense pressure from Top Gun during the rest of the race. It proved a busy day for another home rider as Fabio Di Giannantonio found himself in the thick of the action. Starting 14th, he pushed himself into the top 10 by the close of the opening lap. He then battled with Aleix Espargaro before finally disposing of the Aprilia star, while Aleix moved on the other Noale factory rider Maverick Viñales helped him claim P7 at Mugello. It proved a tricky outing in Italy for Aleix Espargaro. The number 41 launched from P9, and despite moving up a position, he soon lost places to Alex Marquez, Di Giannantonio and Brad Binder after just 4 laps. Espargaro did get himself ahead of the KTM rider again, but on lap 12, the South African made his move for the final top 10 place, and that's how it remained for the rest of the race. That's it for another round of MotoGP action. After a highly enjoyable back-to-back, it's time for some rest before riders and teams will be back in action for the Assen TT on June 30th. Make sure you join us then.